Good afternoon everyone. Today we will discuss about the locomotion, the rest of the chapter of the locomotion and movement, okay? That is skeletal system. You know that our body is made up of so many bones, cartilage, and that is attached with the muscles, so that form our skeletal structure that helps in our movement. Today we will discuss about the how many types of the skeletal systems are present in your body, how they help in the movement our body, okay? So skeletal system consists of a framework of bones and few cartilage, okay? That is the hard structures. Cartilage is less harder than the bones, but both are joints together to form a body structure. That is called skeletal system. This system has a significant role in the movement shown by the body. Imagine chewed food without jaw bones and walking around without the limb bones. You cannot chew any food without the jaw, because for crushing the food you must need a hard structure. That is our jaw, that is made up of bone, cartilage, so many things. Without limbs, that is also made up of bone, you cannot move. You cannot sit, you cannot all time you bend. There will be no structure of your body without any type of hard structures, okay? That is the framework of your body. Then muscles, tendons, all they form the outer structure of your body. The former has a very hard matrix, a calcium salt in it, and later has slightly pliable matrix due to the chondroitin salts. In human beings, this system is made up of 206 bone and a few cartilage. You know that in our adult human's body there is 206 numbers of bones are present, but in the case of the baby the bones numbers are more than the 206, 300 somethings. But when they form in that adult structure, the bones are fused together and they form the less amount of the bones, and that makes our outer structures. This is most important. The short type, how many bones are present in adult human body, that is 206 number bones, okay? It group into two division, that is axial and appendicular skeleton. So skeletal system that present in your body, there are two types of skeletal systems are present. One is axial skeletal, another is appendicular. Skeletal system that is made the main structures of skull, bone, vertebrae, all these things. Appendicular means appendages, hand, legs, that is called appendicular. Axial skeleton comprises of 80 bones distributed along the main axis of the body. So axial skeletal system that contains 80 bones. So inside, in between the 206 bones, that is the axial system. 80 bones, so 126 number bones are present in the appendicular skeletal system. The skull, vertebral column, sternum and ribs constitute the axial system. So how many types of the bones that present in the axial system? That is skull, head structure, vertebral column, sternum and ribs. Mainly the upper structures of the body, that is the body structure, that is made by the axial skeletal system. Skull, vertebral column, sternum, ribs, all are present in the axial skeletal system. The skull is composed of two sets of bones. So our bones, the heads, the skulls are composed of two sets of bone. That is cranial and facial. Cranial, the covering of the brain, and facial, that is bones are present in the face, okay? So skull contains two types of the bones, that is cranial and facials. Okay, skull content, this is most important. Which bones are present, how many it is composed of, how many bones, if there is any part has the special number, special name, should mention that this part is the most important in this chapter, okay? So many sort type of question is coming from each and every parts of the bones. The skull is composed of two sets of bones, cranial and facial, the total numbers of the 22 bones, okay? So skull bones number 22. Cranial bones are 18 numbers, this cranial, that is the head structure, is made by 8 and facial is made up of 14 bones. Okay, total 22 bones are present. The form and heart protective, cranial and facial, you know that that is the heart structure and they must be protective in nature, that protects our brain. Cranium for the brain, the facial region made up of 14 skeleton, that is front part of the skull, that is facial bone. A single U-shaped bones called hyoid is present at the base of buccal cavity and it is also included in the skull. Each middle ear consists of 3 bones, malleus, incus and stapes. You know that the outer structure of the ear, that is made by the cartilage, and inside the ear, that is middle ear, contains very tiny, because there is very small space are present. So 3 hard bones are present, malleus, incus and stapes. Very tiny bones are present in our middle ear, that is called ear ossicles. Okay. So what is ear ossicles? The malleus, incus, stapes, 3 bones are called ear ossicles, collectively called ear ossicles. Sorry. The skull region articulates with the superior region of the vertebral column with the help of 2 occipital condyles. Our vertebral column is formed by 26 serially arranged units called vertebrae and the dorsal plate. It extends from the base of the skull and constitutes the main framework of the trunk. Each vertebra, so our vertebral column is made up by the 26 bones. Okay. And it extends, it is hollow in structure and spinal cord just run through the vertebral column. It extends from the base of the skull and constitutes the main framework of the trunk, that is the body structure. Through the body it continues. Each vertebra has a central hollow portion through which the spinal cord passes. First vertebra is the atlas and it articulates with the occipital condyles. The vertebral column is differentiated into cervical, thoracic and lumbar, sacral and coccygeal region. Okay. So vertebral column has so many region, that is clavicle, 7 bones, thoracic, lumbar and sacral. Okay. Coccygeal. So vertebral columns mainly contains 26. Okay. Made up of 26 bone, but there is the so many types, that is clavicle, next thoracic, clavicle, thoracic, lumbar, sacral and coccygeal. Okay. One fused bone. So these are the structures of the vertebral column. The number of clavicle vertebrae are 7 in almost all mammals including human beings. The vertebral column protects the spinal cord, supports the head and serves the point attached to the ribs and muscular to the back. Sternum is the flat bone in the ventral middle of the sternum are present in our middle of the thorax. And what is the function of the vertebral column? That is supports the body structure, head, it protects the spinal cord. This is the actual structure functions of the vertebral column. Now ribs. Ribs are 12 pairs. Each rib has the flat bone connected dorsally vertebral column and ventrally the sternum. Vertebral column, so that's like the cage-like structure is from the sternum is structure from this rounded side and the rounded like structure and joined to the vertebral column in the back side. Okay, this is the structure of the ribs. Each has the two articulation surface, dorsaline and hence called bicephalic. First 7 pairs of ribs are called, so ribs are two types, true ribs, false ribs. True ribs, first 7 ribs because they origin from the sternum and jointed to the vertebral column. So that's why called true ribs. But the next 8, 9th and 10 they are attached with the sternum but not jointed with the vertebral column, so they are called false rib. And some ribs, the 12th, 11th and 12th are just floated on the body, so that is called floating ribs. 3 types of ribs: true ribs, false ribs, floating ribs. Each has 2 articulation surface, dorsal and hence called bicephalic. First 7, which one is present? Bhavya Shaw, are you present? If you are present, write yes on chat box. I will give the attendance. Bhavya Shaw, if you are present, write yes, I will give your attendance. Tell your friend that attendance is necessary. If they are not present in their class, they will be sufferer. Okay, so the bones of the limbs, now bones of the limbs along with their girdles constitute the appendicular structure. So now limbs bones are called appendicular bones because that forms the appendages. Each limb is made up of 30 bones. Each bones are humerus. So hand bones are made up of humerus, radius, ulna, carpals, metacarpals, phalanges. Okay, these types are bone present in the hand. And the same bones are present in the leg, but the difference in the name hand contains 30 bones, each limbs humerus, radius, ulna, carpals, metacarpals, phalanges. These are the hand bones, same like the legs bones, that is humerus. There will be femur, tibia, fibula, tarsals, metatarsals, phalanges, that the leg bones. Okay. Pectoral and pelvic girdle, that is our lower abdomen is made by pectoral and pelvic girdle, and girdle, each girdle is formed by two halves. Each half pectoral girdle consists of a clavicle and scapula. Scapula is the large triangular flat bone that is situated in the dorsal side, the triangular bones, and situated dorsal part of the thorax between the second and the seventh ribs. The dorsal flat triangular body of scapula has a slightly elevated ridge called the spine, which protects as the flat expanded protects called acromion. The clavicle articulates with this. Below the cranium is the depression called the glenoid cavity, which articulates with the head of the humerus to form the shoulder joint. Each clavicle is a long cylinder bone with two curvatures. These bones are commonly called collar bones. That is our collar bones. Pelvic girdle consists of two coxal bones. Each coxal bone is formed by the fusion of three bones, that is ilium, ischium and pubis. That is the lower portion, that is the ilium, ischium and pubis. Three bones are present in your wrist region, waist region, and the two halves of the pelvic girdle meet ventrally to form the pubic symptoms containing fibrous cartilage. Now joints. Joints, you know that the bones, that is bones to bones, that bones to tendons, bones to muscle, that helps in the movement. Joints are essential for all types of the movements, including the body parts of the body. Locomotory movements are no expansion to this. Joints are point contact between the bones and cartilage. Okay, either bones to bones, either bones to cartilage. That may be muscle, that may be tendon. Force generated by the muscles to use to carry out movement through joints, where joint acts as the fulcrum. The movability at these joints vary depending on different factors. Joints have been classified into three major structural forms, namely fibrous, cartilaginous and synovial. Fibrous joint do not allow any movement. This type of joint is shown by the flat skull bone, which fuse to end with the help of the fibrous. So fibrous joint, that is the skull bone, bones to bones joint. So there is no movement occur. Next, cartilaginous joints. These bones are involved joined together with the help of the cartilages. The joints between the adjacent vertebrae in the vertebral column patterns, it permits the limited movement. So now cartilaginous movement, that is, you know, that made by in our vertebral column, that helps to slightly movement. So because you know that vertebral column helps to bend your body structure, not from one place to another, so slightly movement of your body structure. Now synovial joints. So joints are three types: fibrous joint, cartilaginous joint, synovial joint. Synovial joints are mainly helps in the movements of our body parts. That characterized by the presence of fluid-filled synovial cavity between the articulating surface of two bones. Such an arrangement allows considerable movement. This joint helps in the locomotion and many other movements. Ball and socket joints, pivot joints, gliding joints and saddle joints. Okay, so synovial joints, ball and socket joint, that is made in our shoulder portion between humerus and pectoral girdle. Hinge joint, that is in our knee, and pivot joint, that is the atlas and axis, and gliding joint between the carpals and saddle joints between the carpals and metacarpals. Okay, so these types of joints are including synovial joints. Myasthenia gravis. So disorder. What type of disease occurs between the joints? Myasthenia gravis, autoimmune disorder. So you give an example of autoimmune disease, myasthenia gravis, affecting neuromuscular junction leading to fatigue, weakening and paralysis of the skeletal muscles. Muscular dystrophy, progressive degeneration of skeletal muscle, mostly due to the genetic disorder. So they are decreasing day by day, your muscles cannot function properly. Arthritis, inflammation of the joints. So you know that in Bengali we are called bater batha. So this type of called arthritis. Osteoporosis, that is the pore are present in the pore, osteoporosis, age-related disorder characterized by bone mass and increased chances of fracture, decrease the level of estrogen is the common. And next, gout, inflammation of joint due to the accumulation of uric acid. Sometimes you know that our legs are swelling due to the presence of the uric acid that destroy the bones. Okay, so this is up to for the today. Next day we will continue the new chapter, that is neural control. And if you have any question, you can ask me. Just one chapter has left. Read your books thoroughly. Bye everyone.